I can remember when I told my ex-husband I wanted a divorce. It was December 2019, and he was completely shocked, completely caught off guard, like dumbfounded, devastated, everything else. But the month before that, November of 2019, I remember very clearly having yet another talk with him about how unhappy I was. But this particular conversation, he was in his man cave room playing video games, which was like his favorite activity.
Can't a man get one moment of peace?
And I go walking in and I tell him, like, I really want to talk about our marriage. Like, I'm not happy. It feels like we're roommates at this point, and I don't really have a partner.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Blah, blah, blah. This man was wearing his headphones because he was playing with a friend and they like talked to each other. He didn't even take his headphones off. He just pulled it off his right ear. This is almost 4 years ago now. I can still remember he pulled it off his right ear and he didn't pause the game or stop playing. He continued to play a video game while his wife was standing in front of him, telling him how unhappy she was in the marriage.
Who's going to tell her that you can't pause online video games?
And I remember when he said to me something about like marriage being forever and whatever, and I said to him, well, maybe some marriages aren't meant to last. And he got so mad at me for saying that, but he didn't stop playing video games to have the conversation with me. And if that doesn't perfectly sum up why I divorced this man, then I don't know what does.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I feel like this is a very common trend. I hear about this type of stuff a lot, where the wife had expressed her concerns for months or even years, and then when she finally says, all right, I've done everything I could do, I want a divorce, then the husband's like, what do you mean? What's happening? I love you. Please don't leave me.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Please don't take my kids from me.
Some people really divorce for the slightest reasons and regret it later.
You should have put in effort. You had the opportunity. We give you so many opportunities to do the right thing.
Imagine divorcing your husband, then being mad when he finds a woman who treats him nice. That's what happens when you listen to social media.
He's like 20 minutes late. I know that he's getting my text messages because I'm getting the red receipts. I hope he's okay. I don't know, like, how long do I wait? It's been 30 minutes. I tried to call him. I tried to text him. I haven't gotten an answer. So I don't really know what to do. I don't know.
This lady divorced her husband and started to date. What her date will do right now will make her rethink her decision. Just watch her face.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
what are you guys doing?
We're at the playground right now. Why, what's up?
So I got stood up,
Jeez.
and he kind of said something that really kind of just me up.
I can't tell you what he said to respect policies, but basically, he told her that he wouldn't date her and was interested in something else.
And I really just kind of want my kids. If maybe you would bring the kids to come and I can just do it with them instead.
Let me call Mom and let her know what's going on, because, I think they'd enjoy kayaking, but I also need to ask them or let them know, so.
Okay, just let me know.
Alrighty.
Alright, thanks.
I'll let you know what's going on.
Alright, thank you.
Yep.
Alright, bye.
I'm shocked at how supportive this guy is. It really shows his kindness as a human being.
How does that sit with you?
At the time, I didn't care. I was just happy that we could all be doing this, like, amicable adults, like, quotation marks around that. And then now I don't like it as much, now that I'm realizing I still want to be with my husband and want to fix all the things that are broken in our relationship.
A man is only valued when he's gone.
So what is broken in your relationship?
It's more of the lack of emotional connection. We got married at 18 and didn't know who we were or what was happening. And I had a bunch of childhood trauma that I've been in therapy now for 2 years, finally working through. And now that I'm getting healthier, I want to actually turn around and, like, fix the issues in my relationship rather than just being in survival mode.
And how's your husband doing?
He's just there.
She unfortunately didn't stop to wonder how he is.
He's started therapy finally.
He's more
so
than
there's
just
that.
there, Ophelia. Like, how's he doing? Because he watched. Here's the thing: he watched his wife come and say, "Listen, you're not meeting this need for me. I think I found this really giving, kind guy. Said he would be happy to step in and have none of the emotional support and all of the sexual intimacy support.
Watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me because I walked away.
It was your choice to do so. It's not easy to be a provider.
With literally having to start over.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
After 12 years of starting over, of wondering if I'm going to be able to keep a roof over my head with my boys, and not being able to just go out and play in our backyard like we used to.
Just because many men handle it like it's easy doesn't mean it is.
Every day of my life, I will miss him. Lucky for me, we have kids together. You can be the good guy and win, but you have to appreciate and value the woman that you're with. You can't just be the good guy. You can't just be the man that pays the mortgage, the man that takes care of his kids, and the man that's loyal. That's all great, but do you love your wife? Do you date your wife? Do you prioritize your wife?
What more do you want from me?
Do you leave her love notes? Do you cook dinner sometimes? Or is she just the woman at home? I thought I'd talk for just a minute about this divorce that I'm going through. 'Cause I'm sure just like I found some relatable advice through here, other people might relate to me. So I was married for 10 years. I got married young. I was 21, barely, like 3 days, 21. Already had a baby. He was 8 weeks old at our wedding. And I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning.
Here we go again. You can't expect something to succeed if you're waiting for its failure from day one.
Like that I wasn't gonna make it. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just thought it was cold feet, but it kind of manifested itself for the next 10 years.
Women.
And here we are 10 years later going through a divorce. So he didn't really start this process. I guess it was more so me, because I was always looking for someone else because I didn't know how to be loved or how to accept love.
Or how to take responsibility. Or how to appreciate or how to be grateful.
From somebody. And so while he was fighting for me, I was pushing him away.
What is that? What the f*** is that?
But I never truly accepted happiness. I left the good guy. I left the guy that everybody looks at and is like, that's a dad. That's a husband. That's how it's supposed to be. He did the dishes. He cleaned the house. He took the kids to school. He worked all day. He made good money. He supported us. I mean, yeah, we had our problems, but...
This proves that you can do everything right and still lose your partner. And that's the critical reason men choose not to get married lately.
He was the good guy.
I don't like where this is going.
Don't stay because he's the good guy. Leave because he's not the guy for you. Leave because you have to be happy. Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
What's funny is that it took her 10 years to figure that out.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Day one, after filing. And I feel so sad. I know I'm going to go through different emotions, but right now I feel sad. I have hope. And I look around and I see, I just want to scream. Like, I see the Christmas trees that I put up and all this beautiful home and all my dreams I had for us. I just want to scream. I just want to like run away. I don't want to see any of this. It hurts, you know? I don't want to see it.
This is the dark reality of leaving a loyal guy.
I know that this is going to be a process for me, ups and downs. And I'm sure, you know, we kind of like Corey, smile, like get over it, you know, but this is my page to heal and to be brutally honest about every piece of this journey. So I barely slept last night. I've got a migraine. My heart's broken.
We can appreciate her honesty at least.
So much of me wishes that he'd be like, I'll change, I'll fix this, I love you, I'm sorry for all the things I said, you know, you never deserved it, I'll never say that again, I'll pay attention to you, I'll communicate with you, I'll lose my anger. It's not gonna change.
Men don't play games or beg. If you tell them it's over, they won't fight for it.
So when my husband found out that I had been cheating, I really honestly felt like he wouldn't care. He didn't care about trying to save our marriage previously, beforehand. And so I honestly thought that we would just split and there'd be no hard feelings and we'd co-parent with our daughter and everything would be good. And that's not quite the way it worked out.
Now, I'm really mad.
I would be there. I mean, I am still his wife. I do love him still, even the hell he has put me through hell. And I do care. To 18 years of marriage, I've taken them off.
With all respect, that's not a good move.
And they're not going back on. Not on this finger, anyway. My emeralds, I love my emeralds. So I will wear those, but I won't wear no more wedding rings that you gave me. I'll just have them, the diamonds and the emeralds set in something else. Because I'm not giving them back to you to give to some trashy trailer trash.
It's his, after all. He deserves it back.
Because this woman's independent. I can make my own money. And that's what you loved about me, was the fact I was independent. I was a faithful military wife. And don't say, I mean, I ain't all that, but I ain't ugly. And I'm faithful.
Good luck with that out there.
There's a man out there who'll appreciate that, even at my age, which he says at 50, I'm 54. Wow. At 54, you'll never find anybody else. Well, you know what? I may not.
My wife of 20 years asked me for a separation, so I gave her a divorce. My wife once asked for a divorce, and I said, okay. She said, wait, you are supposed to be begging me to stay. I said, you have obviously thought about it a lot and come to your decision that this marriage is over. I'm not going to be able to change your mind.
That is already over. What I mean by that is, if you're doing everything you can to fight for your marriage, you're doing everything you can to try not to get a divorce, but the other person refuses to put in any effort, stop fighting.
Love your partner and you want to stay with them, then you guys really have to understand this. One of the easiest ways to kill your relationship is listening to the ways that you're hurting your partner without realizing it.
They sometimes, unfortunately, don't consider what the other person is feeling.
And not making a change. Listen, if it hurts them, it needs to go. So take turns answering this question and take accountability for the parts of yourselves that you both need to work on. What bad habits do you have during disagreements and arguments with your partner that you'd like to improve, whether that's being really defensive or shutting down or not talking about things until they're a huge issue?
If everyone admitted to their mistakes, we would be perfect. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.